Alright guys, I'm back for the next part of this video. We're gonna do contour, highlight, and blush. I got a new highlighter, so I'm excited to try that because it's also by Essence, and Essence is always pretty cheap and really good. They do have a few misses, but for sure I've heard a lot of really good stuff about this one, so I'm excited to try it. But let's go ahead and get started. I am going to go in with the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. And I'm using my Real Techniques brush. It is a contour brush. That's what I use it for. And then I go in here with the middle color. And I just find, you see, like, even if you can see in the light, it's darker right here. Like there's a shadow. And that's from your cheekbone. So I just start up at the top of the ear. And you basically just exaggerate that. Now, you can keep going when you blend it down. It's going to give you a more masculine face, which is what I go for because I have really chubby cheeks. But if you're lacking that and you're wanting to get like a more youthful look, you're going to come down and kind of curve and carve out a cheek. You don't want like a harsh line, but that's what you're going to do to get that look. But I don't need that. I have a fat face, so I just try to get it going. And I just go back and forth, pull some of it forward, up, you know, because you want the cheeks to look high. And you can still see that it's not strong. You can keep going in to get it to where you like, but I like it to be relatively natural, and I don't know how well you can see that. Maybe better on this cheek. Do the same thing over here. Start up here and just follow your hollows of your cheeks. I don't know. I've been thinking about doing this YouTube thing for a long time, but there's a lot to it. You have to get your setup, your lighting, figuring out how to edit videos. It just seems, I mean, it's a lot of work. And it costs money. It's not, I mean, you can start just winging it, but eventually I would think you're invested enough that you want better lighting and a better set, you know what I mean, and backgrounds and stuff. I didn't even worry about all that. I just wanted to get it out of my system because I've been wanting to try it, and a couple of you said to go ahead and try it, so here I am. I'm going to also go in with that contour. I did a little bit on the sides of my nose. I already have a pretty thin nose, but you take it in, you know, how thin you would want it to be, and then you go through the middle with highlight, which we'll do in a minute. But I'm going to go ahead and I contour out my head because got a 4-finger forehead, you know, rocking the Tyra Banks look. But just along your hairline, down the face. I'm going to also go in with bronzer, so it'll warm up the face a little bit more too. This is a little ashier looking than the bronzer, so I don't even know if you can tell on camera, but I can tell in person, like across from me, that there's color in my face. So that's one thing I got to figure out, is how to get what you are doing to project onto camera, because I don't know if you can see that. And I still got that bake on that I said too. And I go in, because I have a double chin, I go right along the jawline and down the neck right here, because you're wanting to produce shadow to make things look thinner. So up here, and just when you're doing this, make sure everything's blended out. You just don't want any harsh lines, so that people can be like, oh, I see what you did there. Because you didn't blend it in. It doesn't look like it's real, a part of your face. And I mean, to an extent, no makeup looks real. So, I mean, unless you like very minimally put anything on, like just some liquid highlight or something. Okay, so we're done with that. I'm going to go ahead and wipe away this bake. This is just a e.l.f. blush brush that I bought a long time ago. And it works really good for under the eye area. Shout out to Brittany Freed on this because you suggested it, oh, I don't know, in like one of your videos 100 years ago. So I bought it. And you're right, it works like a charm. All right, let's see. So I got rid of that, but I am going to go in with the same brush, and I'm going to go into a little bit of this, the banana color in the middle and a little bit of that. And I'm just going to go back over it because it is kind of highlighting and I want that. Sorry, I got a hair getting in my face from my brush. So I think the importance of a backdrop is it kind of brings the focus to your face. I don't know if that's true, but I'm feeling like it's true because I feel like my face is really drowned out, but that could just be all the lighting too. I don't know. I don't know how it works, guys. But moving on, I'm going to go ahead and put away my palette here. Now I'm going to go in with the Butter Bronzer by Physicians Formula. This stuff is awesome and it smells like coconut. It's so good. It makes me think of summer every time I use it, so it's like a little lift. But I'm just going to go in over that contour, but more diffused, you know, so it just warms up the face, but there isn't any harsh marks. I'll do that on both sides. And then I go with a little bit on the forehead. I try not to bring it down too low because I hate when you can see like a distinct white highlight against tan on the forehead, and I feel like you see that in a lot of videos. Well, at least I do, and it drives me crazy. I don't know if it's just because the focus, you know, on the forehead. If you have a bigger forehead, you can just see it, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. And I go with a little bit of this on the nose because your nose catches light. So it's going to get a little bronzed up, especially in the summertime. Well, I'm going to keep this out because I'm going to use it in my eyeshadow look. I'm also going to use a highlight palette. I'm going to try this new highlighter and see. I don't know if I'm going to like it, but... Oh, and the brush I used for the bronzer was a buffing brush, and it's Real Techniques as well. It's probably really good for foundation. I like to use it for the bronzer. You can use brushes for whatever you want. Alright, so we've gotten rid of that. I'm also going to use a Real Techniques brush. This is a setting brush for like the under eye. I feel like it's really good for highlighting. A lot of people do. So I'm going to go with that. And I'm going to try the Essence Pure Nude. I've heard a lot about it. It's supposed to like give a glow to the face, but not be like shiny and stroby. I mean, I love like all those highlights that are just so bam, bright and in your face. But I have big pores on my cheeks. And I'm starting to get like fine lines right here. And it just catches it and it shows off all those flaws. And you don't want that. You want to be glowy, but you don't want to look old. And I'm already struggling in that department. So I'm going to go in with the Pure Essence, do that, and then, let's see, I kind of go right in here, I highlight my whole orbital bone. Well, it's your cheekbone, but it's your orbital bone right here, and then your cheekbone's over here. I don't want to be like zygomatic and stuff like that I learned in anatomy class, because then nobody's going to know what I'm talking about. And this is really, really, I don't know, brightening. It's kind of disappointing, but maybe I just need to try it more and get used to it. I usually use a liquid highlight as like a base, and I kind of go in this area because you can use like pearlized ones and they're not metallic. I'm trying to think. The one that I use is Stroke of Light by Bare Minerals. It's really pretty, and I just use that, and then I go over the top of it with a highlight, so that might give it a little more oomph. I'll try that down the road. And then I'm going to put a little down my nose, which and Cupid's bow, and it's just not enough. So I'm going to go in with my Sephora palette because I love it. It just says Sephora Luminizing Palette. It doesn't say a color or anything, but it's got 6 highlights in it, which are nice. I'm going to go in with this kind of light gold, and then go in with this little bronzier one. There, you can see that better. And it's not too heavy. I don't know. And I kind of go down on my cheek a little bit just because it highlights your cheek and makes your face look a little more youthful, in my opinion. So, orbital bone, cheekbone, just a little bit here. And then we'll go back on the nose. And I've seen mixed opinions about whether or not you should highlight the bulb of your nose or if you just stick to the bridge. I do both. I have a bulby nose, but people say it's cute, so I'm going to amplify it if people think it's cute, right? Like, look at my bulby nose. And then a little bit on the Cupid's bow. And like I said, I have a big forehead, so I'm not going to put anything shiny here. I mean, I highlighted kinda with concealer, but I don't want to bring any shiny elements to this part of my face because I get a little oil there. And then last but not least, I'm going to go in with 2 blushes. I use a darker blush towards the back and then a brighter one kind of up front, like on the actual apples of the cheeks. That one in the back will be Tarte Party. And then this is Hikari, and it is Tango blush. I got this in an Ipsy bag. It looks so bright. Like, you have to go in so lightly with it because it's bright pink. I don't know if you can see how bright that is. But I'm going to be using this Luxe Large Angled Brush 504. I got this in an Ipsy bag too. I actually got 2 of them when I was subscribed. So I gave one to one of my friends. And it could probably be a really good contour, maybe, like to blend it out. I don't know, but I really like it for blush because you can kind of stamp it on. I don't know. But anyways, I'm going to go in with Tarte Party first. And then kind of just keep that towards the back. And all the color is right there. And then I'm going to lightly bring it forward because I'm going to blend it with that other color. I don't know why I do this. I saw it in a video once and I just really like the way it looks. I couldn't tell you if it really looks any different, but I enjoy it. So that's what I do. Alright. And now I'm going to go in with the I hope I'm saying that, Hikari, saying that right, but, and then I just kind of very lightly on my cheeks because I get those lines right here, but on the apples, and then start blending it up. And if it's too much, which this is looking a little, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but looking at it, it's really strong. It's blended really well. It's just I got too much on my brush. So I'm going to go back in with my powder brush and kind of tone it down a little bit. So big buffing brush. No, powder brush, buffing brush. But I'm going to go around the edges and kind of soften that up a little bit so it's not so dark. I wish you guys could see how this looks better. It's very frustrating. Now I understand why people get so into their lighting and everything. Okay. Well, anyways, to me, that looks good. So I'm going to stop there. And I'm going to go ahead and get everything ready for doing the eyeshadow and the eyebrows. Like I said, I don't do a lot with eyebrows because they're already pretty full. So, just keep watching, I guess.